What's up? What's up? What's up? Want to give people time to get on into the live real quick. We're gonna talk about transforming the cleaning services. We're gonna be big on tonight about operations. I'm real big right now on getting the operations down pack in the company. A lot of us in cleaning, we want to be able to transition out of the cleaning company. We want to be able to put systems in place. And I want to talk about some of the issues that I've had and some of the things I've seen to be working. So I'm going to give a couple of people a couple of time. Give some people some time to get in, just to see what we got going on, and we're gonna go ahead and get this going. Let me put this, get my notes together, and see how we're gonna get it. All right, all right. Let's see what we got today. We talking the cleaning business today. We talking cleaning today. I see a couple of people coming in. Get a couple of people coming in. All right, all right, all right. I gotta doing a little work tonight, so I might not be on here too long, depending on the energy. But I'm working on something, man. I'm working on a little behind the scenes thing right now that I'm being excited to show everyone in a little while. But I want to get back to it. So tonight, man, we're going to talk about operational excellence, man. How we get our operations together and set up a team to actually run. A lot of times when I was into the business, at the first part when I was in the business, I was everything. And I talk to a lot of people that don't have enough money to hire, or they are playing all the positions. And if I could look back, or looking back, I would tell myself to actually write some of the things that I was doing down. But as I was listening to people tell me to do that, I didn't feel like I had time to do it either. So I can understand why you wouldn't want to do it. But I would tell you now we have AI. So I will let you know now, AI was definitely great for you to actually get some of your operational procedures down, so you can kind of know what's going on. At that point, I didn't do none of that, and I still haven't done it to the magnitude that I want to do it. But I definitely want to let you know that there's tools out there to get your operations down and get it going, right? So let's know that. Let's put that at first. We got tools to help you get operations. So anything that I'm talking about, you actually could go and get it done for free, right? They got options to do it for free, so you could get your operations in order, right? The whole thing is to get the operations in order. I like to tell my people that I'm coaching with, it's three things in business, three different divisions in business, three different ones. You have operations, you have not owners compensation, I'm sorry, that's finances. You have operations, you have sales and marketing, and you have admin, right? So right now we're talking about the operations sector. All right, operations, sales and marketing, and admin. Now, those that have been in the franchise know that you pretty much doing operation. The franchise and the admin. The franchise kind of does the sales and marketing for you. And that's one of the key things that's good for you in the beginning if you don't have time, but it can kill you in the end if you're trying to grow a business, right? And I'll tell you my story as I get through this thing right here. But to get in the business and to have your operations running, you want to make sure that you know there's three segments of a business: operations, sales and marketing, and admin. All right. All right. Now, operations. Now, with operations, we got a certain criteria, a certain level of comfort that we want to bring, a level of cleanliness that we want to bring. So for me, in my operations, I want to make sure that we go the extra mile, making sure that we doing more than the people are paying for. Within reason, I already say that, but we want to make sure we're giving them more than they pay for. We want to make sure that we're doing the walls. We want to make sure that we're doing the spot cleaning the walls, getting in the corners, behind the doors, cobwebs, making sure we're hitting the fire extinguisher. Because a lot of times y'all operations are not getting the fire extinguisher. It be dusty. I got a picture of it in here to show y'all what we're talking about. But I want to talk about operations, because operations is something that I've struggled with in the past due to the fact of me being everything and not knowing to put in procedures and policies in place so I could scale up. We so quick to ready to get out the business. We ready to move to that next level. We ready to hire and let's do something else. We got ideas, right? We got visions, right? But one of the things that will hold you up from scaling is in operations. That's in operations. Now I say that because it's offense and defensive operations. I go back to the story. First story I tell you is how when I was in my business and mismanaging my money, which a lot of us do, because a lot of us think that the business money is our money, but we're not talking about admin right now. So we own operations. But in operations, mismanaging my money, I'm in the operations and I'm paying and I'm working. I have a high paying job. So I'm working the buildings and I'm cleaning the buildings and I'm making good money in doing it. But as soon as I put somebody else in the building, if I don't change my lifestyle on how I'm living, then I don't have the finances to keep the person in the building and to pay for an inspector. So what I did was I was training people to do a good job. I wanted to make sure they were doing a great job. And so I was training them and I was like, hey, man, they doing a good job. And I'm listening to people and they said, man, you know, we're doing good. And so I didn't hire an inspector. Now, operations needs a defense. I'm going out getting the clientele, which is marketing. I'm going out making sure that the buildings were doing good. Which remember, if you go back to the beginning of the video when I said franchises does your operate sales and marketing for you, right? It does the sales and marketing for you. So if you're in the operation procedure and working on a little admin, right? You're doing operations and admin because you got people you got to pay, but you operating the business, you in the business, you paying off your fees, and you got your insurance that you got to pay that goes up every time you get some more money. You got that going on, right? So while you in the building, you're making good money because basically you got a high paying job. But in your mind, you saying, hey, I got a business. That's what I told myself. I got a business. Now, when I stepped out of the business to put people in, I didn't have an inspector because I couldn't afford it at the time. Or I didn't think of it was important because I didn't need somebody to inspect behind me. So if I'm teaching people how to clean and I'm expecting that these people close to me are going to clean the way they see the vision, I'm thinking they're going to go in and do what I showed them to do, not to know sometimes they trashing and dashing, right? Not to know sometimes they not showing up and didn't call and let me know. So this is the beginning. Like this is when I first started. So operations suffered for me a little bit as I was transitioning out of the cleaning company, as I was transitioning out of the day-to-day cleaning. And it suffered because I didn't have proper policies and procedures. One of the things I didn't do as well also is train. Now, in operations, we want to be a good trainer. We want to make sure we train people and don't train them on the shortcuts that you have, right? Because if you're in the building, you know how to do a little shortcuts. You know how to get things around. You know how to do odds and ends that could get you out the building faster. But you don't want to train people on the shortcomings that you got. I got babies in the house this weekend. Got babies in the house this weekend, so y'all gonna have to forgive me. All right. But operations, you don't want to you want to make sure you train them. And I didn't have time to train because I was growing the business. I'm in operations trying to put people to operate, and as I'm growing the business, I got to get in other buildings. I got to go and do other clean. So I'm showing you 1 or 2 times to get the clean, and then I want to go ahead and do my own thing. Well, again, that can hold your operations up, right? Because if you don't show them exactly how things are going, some people need to see itemized stuff that you do. I like to tell people wipe all the horizontal ledges, and I say, hey, everything going horizontal. Some people need to know, hey, you need to wipe the picture frame, wipe the top of wipe the top of the desk, wipe the bookshelf. Wipe. They need the specific things, and if you don't have that in order, sometimes, hey, I'm telling you, it could suffer. Let me see if I got any comments right here today. I'm not doing any comments, and I'm a little odd feeling today. I got people in the house with kids in the house that I doing a live, and I'm like, if they're gonna make noise, if they're not gonna make noise, so you bear with me though. But hiring and training the top notch, right? You want to be hiring and training for top notch cleaning. You want to make sure you're going the extra mile. You're showing them the extra stuff that you do. A lot of times I've seen people who don't have time to train, and I've been that guy that didn't have time to train and thought they would get it, and they didn't get it. But now we have inspection sheets. That's another thing as far as operations. You want to make sure they have inspection sheets. You get cleaners in the building, and they thinking they didn't know how to clean. All right, they're going to clean it all the way that you showed them to clean, and they don't need an inspection sheet. Inspection sheets are great for operation. I don't think I'm going to stay on too long today. because I just wanted to make sure I stay consistent. I got like I said, I was into something already, and I just wanted to get in here and get consistent about being in operations. Uh, yeah, I just wanted to get on, man. Just get on, and it's not too. Hey, wait a minute, we got some folks over here on the energy over here on Instagram. Okay, okay, see, I got to figure out how to look on Instagram too. Because when I look on Instagram, I can see that I got some folks on there that got the energy going. So I didn't think I had no folks over here. All right, I see it. I see it. Instagram showing up. Instagram people, I'm new to Instagram. I've just started to do Instagram live. So y'all bear with me a little bit here. I will get it as I keep going. But I just wanted to make sure people know about the operation of the company, man. So as you start to do your operation, you start to do your hiring and your procedures going down. You want to make sure that you hiring people. And when I hire people now, I do Zoom meetings. I don't have to go out into the sit down in the I used to do it at Shoney's. I used to go to Shoney's and I used to sit down and I used to hire I used to have maybe 3 or 4 people to come at the same time. And the reason I used to have 3 or 4 people come at the same time is because a lot of times people didn't show up. And it would frustrate me that I hired. First time I went to hire people, I scheduled somebody at 3:30, no, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock, and 4:30. I stayed there for a whole hour and a half and then nobody showed up. It was only one person showed up. So I had to change that up. I said, you know what? Let me get people to come at the same time. So I started to get 4 or 5 people to come at the same time, only to see 2 and 3 people to show up. But I had an interview on process, only to have an interview process, and then some people didn't show up to the job. Right. So it was a long, tedious process of getting people to work for the company when I was doing it. And this was pre-COVID. Now, when COVID came through, operations changed because then I started to go to the virtual method. During COVID, we wasn't hiring. But after that, it showed me about Zoom. So now I work with Zoom meetings. I talk to them on Zoom meetings and I have my manager go in and I train them. So I don't even have to go into the building, so to say, to actually get them trained. We also have certain things that we do. And I'm flowing now. See, I need the energy of people, right? So I went over to you've been watching the whole time, my guy. I appreciate you. My guy. See, I just switched back over to Instagram now. See, now I'm seeing how to do this. It's my like Instagram. I'm new, and I usually go on wishing I ain't doing enough Instagram. This time I went on my cleaning business page, so I appreciate you tuning in, my fam. I appreciate that. That's big energy, man. Big energy. I got big energy in the folk street. You know what I mean? I feel you. But man, so. No, but you want to make sure you got your operations together. Now, in any business that you're in right now, operations is key, right? So you want to make sure that you got a team in place. Now, a lot of times when we start a company, we say that we don't have people that's going to go along for the journey. We don't have people that, because we don't have money, right? We don't have people that want to go along for the journey because we're not in the position to pay. What I found out is that if you have a good vision strong enough, and if you're a strong enough leader, people will follow you for the vision. You can get operations for a vision. I'm telling you how I know is because I done it. When I first started, I couldn't afford to pay people much. I was paying people $10 an hour, but I had people to come follow me because they believed in the vision. And they said, man, they want to help me. Come to find out, doing operations, people say they want to help you. At this point in stage, you want to get rid of those people. Because see, when people say they helping you, they feel like they're doing you a favor. And when you're paying them for doing a job, that the respect is not the same. So when in my initial parts of my operation, I was getting close friends and family to help out with the vision. But I was paying them. But at the time, I was only going to be able to pay $10 an hour. Now, that's good money for 6 years ago, right? So we're just cleaning, man. I know y'all saying $10 an hour. Wow. But I mean, COVID changed some stuff. So now we're paying like 15 to 17 an hour. But relative to where we were just starting, I see a lot of entrepreneurs just starting and want to pay $20 an hour off the top, right? They saying I can't get good people. Well, you're not gonna have no good business. Some of us, unless you know how to bid it. Because first of all, I was in the buildings and paying people $10 an hour because I was getting my money taken from the franchise. The franchise model was taking the 22%. Right. So now fast forward to 2020, we doing interviews over Zoom. Right. And then you put people in the building and you have a policy and a procedure together. And so now you're showing them exactly what to do. Use ChatGPT to get that done for yourself. You don't have to think about all this on your own. Use the power of AI to get things going. It's no reason today that folks don't have things that we didn't have when we first started. Technology is so amazing right now. You could actually get a whole book written for you, for your company. just by prompting certain things in a certain way. If you need a little help with that, my company actually specializes in actually doing things like this. So if you want to help you grow your company with the power of AI, we definitely do that as well. But we're focusing on a cleaning company right now. So operations, right? Operations. Recently, I had to get back into my business. Let's talk about why. Because the operations manager right then needed a little help, right? What I didn't realize is that when I bring in a new software, if I'm not there to show them how to use the software, operate in the software, then I need to go do that, right? So I got this part of the building down, the business doing. We cleaning, we know what the building's doing. We got 28 buildings. You know how to clean the buildings. You're going to do it. I got inspection sheet going, but now I implement software. And I say, hey, I need y'all to use and put everything in the software. To me, everything in the software means put everything in the software. But to other people, they need to know what everything is. So I didn't know that at the time. So now I had to go back into a building. And so now I'm starting to show them by being in it and showing them what needs to go. So I'm taking pictures of the building. Hey, when y'all see stuff splattered on the wall, make sure you wipe that. I take a picture and put it in that software. Now I'm training them on what to look for through the software. That's operations. But my operations manager didn't know to do that with the software because he didn't have the software when he became the operations manager. And some of the things that you think people will get, they just won't get. So sometimes in business, I find it out that you go up and then you have to go back down to kind of correct some things so you could go up higher. And that's been my evolution of business over the time. I've been, man, hey, I like my guys over here on Instagram. I appreciate that, man. Instagram. So no, I got some folks joining in on YouTube. Let's go. All right, so now I get excited, right? I'm still in the beginning stages of all this live, so hey, don't judge me. Watch my YouTube videos, man, and y'all see how I'm coming though. But I'm warming up, man. I'm warming up. Let me warm up. Now, when I start getting folks on here asking questions and I started feeding off that energy, then I'm gonna start going straight into the discourse and I'm gonna start giving you straight off of the mind and all of the experiences and start to give you straight high intellect, high intelligent thinking, the hit. The high intelligent thinking. We and one of my partners talk about, man, you got to hit the high intelligent thinking. But I start giving stuff like that, man, and start to just flowing, man. Once that synergy goes, when you start to feel other people, you start to ride the waves of the other people that's following you, and you start to tap into certain mindsets that you didn't know you had. You had at the time. Just like I keep talking about operations, I could switch over and to speak on how dealing with multiple businesses help your operations and your cleaning company up more efficient. Let me go into that part real quick before I get off, because as I started a virtual company, I started W.A.D.E, and that's the virtual company, the marketing company that markets everything that my cleaning company does. My cleaning company pays my virtual company the money, and then both of them put the money in real estate. That's the way the thing is set up, and that's how it's going. That's how it's been going for the past couple of years. But it was some rocky roads in that, right? I got very many things. I got a lot of things to teach y'all about that too. But when you got one business that may be giving you hell, so to speak, and you want to start another business, I know some people steer people against it, right? But for me, I would tell you, if it's in line with the vision, go for it. Because when I started my second business, those people are overseas. W.A.D.E Global, they are global. I got from Africa, India, Philippines, right? I got people around the globe that works for that company, right? Now, I can't just pull up to the building and show my butt like I wanted to if you don't do the building right. Sometimes them folks need emails and stuff answered, and I couldn't get to them, and I had to sit down and figure out another way to handle it. Now that in turn helps me handle my cleaning business better. Because see, every venture that I started, it gives me a different level of skills, right? Dealing with people overseas and dealing with it helps me communicate better. One of my operational issues is communication. I didn't communicate internally to the company that I needed these policies and procedures done because I was doing everything and I didn't put those in place. I had them in my mind. I knew when I left the building to turn the lights off and lock the alarm. LOLAL, lights, alarm, lock the doors. I knew that. So every time I said, man, make sure you turn the alarm off and lock the doors and turn off the lights, all ALL, allow, alarm, lights, and lock. I'd rather say lights, alarm, and lock, LOLAL, because you turn the lights off first, then you put your alarm on, then you lock the doors, right? I'm thinking if everybody would know that if I'm telling you what to do and I'm saying, hey, make sure you lock the doors. But think about this. How many times have we left the house and forgot our keys and had to go back in and get it? How many times have we had our phone in our hand and set it down to pick up something else, got down the street and had to go back and said, man, wait a minute, I got to go get my phone. I left the phone in the house. You know we can't live without our phones, right? So what I'm saying is we need the policies and procedures, and this is where the checklists come in, which I didn't think about doing the checklist. You know why? Because it's extra work. Our work meeting is something I hashtag back in the day because I was doing all the work, but I wasn't doing enough for the work. He gonna hit his head. He gonna hit his head. Could you get him, please? All right, but grandbabies in the house this weekend. So hey, y'all with me. But no, no, but see, um, what's up, my guy? Hold up. Let's get with some comments so I could get this back from him running in here. Let's get some comments. Y'all rocking with me, man. We got some people over here joined over here on the energy he got. I've been watching the entire time. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, my guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And are you teaching courses on cleaning? I will be teaching courses on cleaning. I am about to get there going soon, but I wanted to make sure that I wanted to make sure that I had the process together. I didn't want to be one of them people that was teaching on cleaning and didn't have an out that I was cleaning. Because see, I want to teach the way I want my cleaning company to be ran. I want to teach to where I could teach you how to get clients, but I want to be able to teach you how to put the system together and manage the clients and be able to focus on something else. Because a lot of people that my following, my people, they might not want to stay in cleaning. Our roads lead to real estate for me. So if you're in the cleaning business, you following me, you want to dump that money over into another investment. That's what my focus is on. So I want to teach the cleaning company from the aspect of putting a system together to where then you can level that system to actually invest in real estate. So for me doing that and starting the coaching first, I had to get into the process of learning that I could do it first. My homeboys and everybody telling me, man, I procrastinate too long. Another thing that I wanted to do as far as the coaching, and yes, I will again be coaching on teaching courses on cleaning. I wanted to make sure that I got my family together. Right? A lot of times we got people that's on the internet that are teaching other people, but they don't have their people around them that even will listen to them. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to start at home. They say no good man can do works at home. They have to go outside first, right? So what I wanted to do was I wanted to start in the home so I could focus on around the area and get people growing. And I know that I have a proof of concept. So then appreciate you for joining, man. I appreciate y'all for joining. So then when I tap into teaching these courses, I actually can show that, hey, these people around me listen to me. My 22-year-old son, my manager, he listened to me. He's doing cold calling next week so he can call because he understands. My brother, he's making a 6-figure cleaning company. He listened to me. He was doing some other stuff when I came home from the penitentiary. Now he out here doing the cleaning company, and he growing his cleaning company. I got people around me, 3 or 4 different cleaning companies around me that's actually listening to me that we're growing in the same area. So when I realized I could do that in my home, with the people that see me on a day-to-day basis and know that I ain't playing, that helps me step outside and give the operations better. I just had to throw that in there. Get my operation better. So that's why I ain't done it, man. I appreciate them questions though, man. I told you I ride on the energy. All right, so let's see. Let's go over on Facebook. We tapping in. Oh, very appreciative of you sharing tips, experience, and wisdom. Thank you. Whoever that is on the Facebook, man, I appreciate you timing in. Let me see who this is. I'm learning how to do this now, y'all. See, when you got the software that I have, I'm doing a live, please. Oh, y'all, you good. I'm talking to you like that. But look, so when I'm doing when the thing that I learned about the software that I'm using, StreamYard is a great software. I'm not affiliated with it. I might need to get a plug because it helps you out a lot. But what I do, I notice that when I'm on my Facebook group, it doesn't show me who actually says it. So what I got to do is I got to go inside on my phone and look at my Facebook group and see what's going on. Okay. Frank, you tapped in. Frank tapped in. Oh, Rosa. Okay, hey Rosa. See, I like when I'm talking to my people. Rose, I appreciate you tapping in. You've been following me for years. So I thank you very much. I thank you very much. CBN alumni with me. CBN, I seen you been nominated for the CBN award. I think it's just due. You've been a great CBN follower for a while. Rosa. Yes, ma'am. All right. Lewis, peace. Peace. I think I'm ready to get off. They done got loud, family. All right, and let me see. Congrats on the grandbaby. She's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for the congrats. All right. But I'm gonna end this live right now because they got people came in the house, and we'll get more on this next week. But I just wanted to be consistent, okay? So this right here, although I got different things in the house, is me being consistent, me dedicating and showing what I said I was gonna do and sticking to it truthfully. I didn't feel like getting on, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get on anyway. Because guess what? I said I was gonna do it every week, and I need to hold myself true. All right. I like to say wishing I ain't doing enough. If you like the content, I think I'm ending the YouTube video. No, that's funny. But congrats upon the gun, baby. Man, did anybody got anything else they want to talk about before I get on here? Oh, wait a minute. We got somebody back on the Instagram. We back over on IG. What has been your biggest challenge so far? My biggest challenge so far, and far as the cleaning business, my biggest challenge so far has been dealing with people, getting people to do what I need them to do and not having to follow behind them. Dealing with people in any business is what the most thing. When I tell somebody I need to do them, my thing is I'm a CEO, I'm an owner, I got multiple businesses that I run. I'm not a good manager. My biggest issue is managing people. Like I have to hire a good manager. When you got a good manager, it takes the bulk of the business off of you. Hence why I got a manager inside of my investment real estate, right? I don't have no problems with my real estate. Even when I do, my manager handles it and she gives me the solution. Hey, they said the water thing is out. Now I do have to pay. And they do come out of my pocket when the things are fixed, but she handles all the issues. Now, when you have a good manager, then the issues do not come to the owner. So that has been my issue right then as far as the cleaning business is actually having the people that I need in place. And that being said is because I'm working with my son. Now, to be truth be told, I'm not getting going nowhere besides it because I'm leaving a legacy. So for me to actually build the company that I want, the reason that a cent is that I got to pour into my children and make sure I have something for them to stand on first. It's not to go outside, it's to build my thing within. So when I'm dealing the foundation, I tell people when I coach them and when I talk to them, when you the foundation that I mean the structure that you building, hold on, how I say it. The foundation is laid depending on what the structure that you're building, right? So if you're building a house, your foundation is different than you're building a skyscraper, right? I got 3 boys, 3 LLCs, 3 different businesses. My oldest son, when I started a cleaning company, he was already working for my uncle. He was not my uncle anymore, but he was married to my auntie, right? And so he was working with him. So when I came home from prison, I was like, hey, you know what? I could start a cleaning company, and he was getting paid $100 a month for my uncle. So I said, I can start something and we can work together. And so now we can do that, right? So I brought him on and I said, I'm going to infuse inside of him an opportunity to create his own income. And so that's what I did. Now I have another son, which is tech savvy. Right? He's like a lot of technical stuff. So then what I did with that, I said, let me start a marketing business. Let me do something online, right? And so I focused on that with him. And then the third son, he tore up my PlayStation when he was little. So I think he want to be a demolition guy in real estate. So I take him to Detroit and show him how we renovating the house. So my whole plan starts and grows with my children. So when you ask me on Instagram what's been my challenge has been dealing with people so far because I want to deal with the people that's closest to me. I deal with my cousins, I deal with my brothers, them, and when you are you, they see you as you. But when you transform to somebody else, they still see you as they used to see you, and they don't run and respect you like that. Yeah, they do respect you as growing, but they still see you as little cuz or cuz that came into the Thanksgiving dinner. Nah, fam, you gotta go clean that building. I'm not playing no games. So I get labeled as mean, and that's okay because when I'm around my people, man, I don't play no games about my business, dude. I don't play no game. Like I don't care about none of that. And so my hardest thing about me is dealing with the people that I got to deal with and the mindset, right? So when you looking to empower people, you got the mindset of poverty that's been stuck in them, right? So when you looking to show people something different, you got to also train them to think different, right? You got to be transformed by the renewing of the mind. The transformation has to be like a caterpillar going into a cocoon, and the metamorphosis coming, and it comes out as a butterfly. So for you to actually infuse that type of stuff into a human being, that God can only do that, right? So when you start taking the position of empowerment, you taking the position of empowerment, meaning transforming, meaning taking it in metamorphosis, training them and changing them into something totally different. You got to go against their own beliefs. Then you got to go against beliefs of the people that's around them, right? You got to go against the beliefs of the people that work a job. You got to go against the police of the people that want to see want to see TV, right? You got to go against those people. So that right there has been a big challenge with me, and I'm glad that you asked. That's a great question. All right. Let me see who else joined. Karen, thank you for joining in. Shauna, thank you for joining in. I really appreciate y'all joining in tonight. We're talking about little operations, and I got grandbabies in the house, and just looking on questions right now, questions and answers. How do you run your Karen? I know that you're in the cleaning company. Don't mean to call you out, but how was your operations transformed? How did you change over in your operations? What are some of the issues you might have had? Lewis, I think you in one too. What are some operational procedures that y'all go about? And help me out, right? How do you train your manager? Do you have a manager? Did you get an experienced manager? I'm gonna tell you another thing that I did, another one of my mistakes. I was reading a book, and a book told me that to train my manager, which is my son, I need to get another manager, right? So I went and I got another manager, but I got a manager that was a manager of a Walmart. She wasn't an actual manager of a cleaning company. So even in that part of doing operations, I had to retrain her on the cleaning company. So I messed that up too. So the thing that you should do is when you want to get a manager trained, and now I'm saving up for this, but you want to make sure that you can hire a manager from a cleaning company and then bring them on your team. Then that way they can groom your team and you can have it. Because when I hired my property manager, she was already doing property management. And so now she jumped right in and she manages my properties, and I don't have a problem. My tenant played late, and she told me before I had to ask her. She said, "Hey, I reached out to the tenants. They said they're gonna pay late and they're gonna pay the late fee." I said, "Okay, cool, right?" I didn't have no issues. When I had my HVAC went out. I didn't even know. She called me and said, "Hey, the lady said the HVAC went out." I said, "Hey, can you call the guy?" She said, "Do you got a number?" I gave her the HVAC number I got. She set it up. He went there. I paid the $4,000. It was done, and I ain't even seen the place yet. So when you got a good manager, a manager handles all of that for you, right? And so inside of my marketing company, I got a manager that handles them over there, right? So what I did with that is what I messed up with that is it's a communication. I teach you tips on communicating and transforming the team longevity. Get you a Loom video. Get your Loom now. If y'all got VAs that's follow me right now, you got VAs and you want to train them on your processes and procedures, get your Loom video. Get your Loom video. No, man, I just like to have fun, man. When y'all coming out, it's going to be entertaining, engaging, and empowering. So a Loom, man, that's the biggest tip I can give you. That revolutionized my operations as far as my virtual business. Like, dude, it's amazing. All right, let me see if I got something else over here. All right, my guy's still on there, man. I'm gonna end the live, man. I see you rolling. Instagram. I appreciate my Instagram followers. I tapped in, so I usually go on Instagram. I go on Wishing Ain't Doing Enough page. So if you are following me on Instagram, I will be going back and forth on my Instagram page because I do a couple of things. I do cleaning, and I go on my cleaning, and I just want that specifically cleaning. And then Wishing Ain't Doing Enough is more about the overall picture of everything. Like, how does it all go together? Where's the motivation? Wishing Ain't Doing Enough is my personal brand. William Wade, Wishing Ain't Doing Enough. Get it? So it's more my impact in the community or throwing events having people saying, what's your name doing enough? You know what I mean? So that's that. And that's it, man. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. Hope y'all team win, or shoot, it don't really matter to me. But I'll be tuning in, I believe. Man, y'all have a great evening and talk soon. Thank y'all for all joining in. We don't have nobody over here anymore. I see some people tuned in. I got some new people tuned in today. I appreciate that. Was any of my moderators on here? Did y'all put the link for to reach me in the chat? Did any one of y'all get on here? Let's see. I don't know if they did, but if they didn't, I'm up out of here. Peace.